Go check out Delano 3 Creations on Etsy for inspirational apparel and accessories. It's designed, produced, and distributed by a father-daughter duo from right here in the central Pennsylvania area. If you have a design in need for a family reunion, church event, birthday, or just because, consult with Delano 3 Creations on Etsy for more information. Go on YouTube and hit that like and subscribe button. It's only $3.99.
$3.99? Are you only on YouTube?
Nope.
Spotify?
Yup.
Anchor?
Yup.
Google Podcasts?
Yup.
So you're on many platforms?
Yup.
So how do we find you?
All they have to do is search the Skybox. Welcome to the Skybox. It's me, Michael C., the source of life over the mic. My guests and I will share our stories and our experiences. If you have any thoughts, questions, or concerns, hit me up at the number one, skybox@gmail.com. If you're on your favorite podcast app or YouTube, all you have to do is search the Skybox. If you're on Facebook, all you have to do is search Michael Curtis or Michael C. Micheal Curtis. On the show today, we have my guy, Jason Puppet Sourbeer. And we're going to just talk about his soccer career, fatherhood, and much more. Tune in. I'm guaranteeing you, this is going to be a good one for you. What's good with you, guy? We're getting it into right now. You already know who I got. I got my guy, J Puppet Sourbeer. You already know what it is, guy. You here at the Skybox. What's good with you, fella?
What's up, my brother? I appreciate you having me on here, man.
Yo, man, you already know what it is, dude. I just want to sit there and just talk to you and just shoot the breeze with you, man. Like, it's been a while, man. You know, this COVID thing has been something crazy, yo.
Oh, man. Bringing everybody down. It's just good to get out of the house at this point.
Man. Yeah, when it comes down to it, you just want to just look at stuff like that, man. Yeah. It's crazy out there right now, man.
It's nuts, man. I'm telling you. But looks like we're rounding the corner here and back to normal.
Absolutely, man. That's a good thing. Yeah, that's a good thing.
It's very good.
It's a good thing, man.
Cats are losing their minds.
Oh my God! But let me ask you this, like, before we even get started, like, what's one thing that you learned through the COVID?
I learned that everybody needs their space.
Good one. Yo, that is the truth. I mean,
that's just the bottom line. Like, nobody has separation anymore, and your kids are home. There's no daycare. You can't go to the office. You can't get your job done. You got to work at home. I can't tell you how many Zoom calls I've been on, and a kid's yelling in the background, or a dog runs across the screen.
Oh, man.
Or my man shows up with a kitty cat face.
I saw that on GMA, man. That was crazy.
I think everybody's just like, man, this vaccine can't get out soon enough. So,
yeah, man.
You know what I mean?
Yo, mask up, man. Mask up. You already know what it is. Mask up.
Be safe, and this shit'll end sooner than later.
I agree. Yo, if you don't know, man, this guy, J Puppet Sourbeer, yo, me and this guy has been kicking it since high school, yo, since he was in ninth grade. Oh, yeah. My God, we've been doing it, man.
Cross one, man.
Yo, my God. Yo, I'll say this about him. Nah, for real. Like, he is one of the best pure athletes I've ever seen. Like, he can play basketball, soccer, but I'm going to say a little bit about basketball, and we're going to go into we're going to go to CLA real quick, and then we're going to rewind ourselves back.
We're going to CLA, okay.
So, a couple buddies of mine, we were talking the one day, and we were talking about this game. We, for the last, 4 years, are still hurting about this one championship game.
I think I know.
It was 37 in halftime. We were feeling good about ourselves. And then all of a sudden, this next half, these dudes put a box and one on our shooter. We didn't know what was going on. Next thing you know, we got blown
That's
out.
that old school mentality. I
Oh.
mean, we were old. We were a little bit older than you guys. I mean,
Yeah.
honestly.
And you guys just like, they whooped us. And
But normally you guys were working us a little bit at that point in time.
yeah, I think we split in the regular season at that time. But then that championship game, we were like, so I was talking to my man.
lost
Shout
Tony.
out to Tony
You
Lamar.
lost Tony, which is a big loss.
Yo, we lost my man.
My man Tony.
And so then we get in that championship game. We were down, but we were all right in it.
Yeah.
But then me and Tony were talking, and my man, shout out to my man Tom, and we were sitting back and we were talking about it.
Lap.
And then, yeah, Tom Lap.
Yeah.
T Lap. That's my guy,
The
yo.
Lapowitz family.
You are, yo, love them all, man. They're good people.
I gotta get shout outs like Blake did last week.
Oh, I'll give you them later. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. At the end, I got you, guy.
After what Blake
I
put
got
in,
you, guy.
I need 10 minutes.
I got you. But so then we were talking about it, and we were like, yeah, there was this guy from Bloomsburg, yo, he was cooking us,
He's
nice
nice.
guard. And there was this big guy, number 34, he was cooking us. And we were like, there was one other guy that was cooking us, and he was listening to the story the whole time. And literally at the end, looked at me, dead in the eye, and was like, yo, that was me. And I was like, yo, that was you that was cooking us, yo. Yo, he's nice, man. You nice and ball for real.
Dude, that's actually when I started falling off a little bit. I was nicer before that. I'll be honest with you. Like 3 years before that, I was dropping like 30 a game.
You were giving out work, man, all the way until the end.
You know how it is.
Well, let's, you know what I mean? Let's get into it, man. When it goes down to it, we're going, let's go down to high school, man, where we were in high school, how it all started, man. I mean, you got me, you, Blake. Shout out to Blake Hamilton, you know what I mean? Finderballer.com, you already know what it is.
Tony, Chris, John, my brother, your brother.
Yes, Daryl, you already know what it is.
Daryl.
D-Double, you know what it is, guy.
What up, Daryl?
Yo, all that was back then, and then let me say it like this, when it came down to soccer, that's when I really got introduced to you guys, like a lot of you cats, because I wasn't really the soccer guy, but you
Blake
guys
appreciated soccer too. He has an appreciation for that. Am I above, a normal person? He just
and I would agree with
know what
that.
I mean?
I would agree with that because he's the one that really, between him and Shannon
Shannon
Hawkins, shout out to my guy.
Shannon
That's guy, you already know what it is, guy.
Shannon D.
And like he really showed me like, yo, soccer's a thing. So like I remember watching you do this move, man. Oh my God. You shook the one guy, hit him with the little crossover, kicked it in between the dude's legs, and then you literally like, I don't know, you kicked the ball over your head, over his head.
Flicked it over or something.
And got him, shook him, and gone. I was like, yo!
Got my man's
Blake looked at me and was
legs
like, yo, he does that all the time. I was like, yo, you guys were nice, yo.
Got my man's legs tangled
Oh
up.
my God. Giving him a wiggy. That's how wiggy. Gave him that type of move, man. That was disgusting, dog, when I was watching you doing that.
I appreciate that.
But like, let's look at the high school teams that you had back then, all right?
Yeah.
I mean, so which one of those teams really stood out to you of like, number one, I'm going to say, you wish you could have had what game back? Let me ask you that. What game do you wish you could have had back with the team that you had, the teams that you had?
That's a tough one because we dominated the Mid-Penn for multiple seasons and ended up losing the district finals where we were just out shooting and just dominating the Hempfield. We just destroyed them, but they just got one. It was one of those games where nothing worked out. You know what I mean?
Right.
And they got the one goal, but then there's we lost. I think it was my junior year. We lost to a team, Wallenpaupack.
Wow. Oh,
it's almost hard to pronounce.
Right.
I don't know if it was that team or was it Wallenpaupack we lost. I think it was Wallenpaupack was the name of the team, and we lost 1-0, and it was just like, we just had a major letdown. You know what I mean?
Is it one of those games that it's like everything that could go wrong went wrong?
Well, we hit every post. We had guys that kicked it over the fucking goal from the 1 yard line. I mean, anything that you could imagine going wrong went wrong. It was one of those games.
Oh, that yeah. You can.
I'm
Yeah.
not gonna mention names, but I think we had 2 red cards, if I remember correctly, and 4 yellows. It was one of just one of those games.
In your high school career, what player like really stood out to you in your high school career?
High school.
If you can still remember back then.
Yeah, that's tough. One guy there's a couple guys that stood out. A lot of guys that stood out that I played with. I mean, Phil, Chris, Tony, John, my brother. But going beyond that, if you look at like the Neshaminy game, Steve Meller,
Okay.
who I ended up playing with in college at Duquesne.
Oh, that's what's up.
He went to App State, killed it down there, and was like, "This isn't. I should be on a higher level," which he should. He definitely should have been. You know, I mean, he came to Duquesne and killed it there too. So, Steve Meller, you know, Kirk Douglas, he was a beast. There's a bunch, but those are 2 guys that stand out in my
Oh, all right. Go ahead and get him. That's that go get him right there. You already know. Puppet Sourbeer, holla at your boy. Well, the crazy thing was that when I was researching you, and this is one thing about people you need to understand about this guy. You are very humble because I end up finding out that you are on the all-time Duquesne soccer team.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Is that right? Wow, that's awesome.
So, I mean, like, you're not even really knowing that. It's, like, crazy. Dude. Like,
we had a good-ass team, so that's, I mean, from after my freshman year, I think we were 8-8. A very mediocre team. We didn't have the leadership from the older guys. My sophomore year, everything changed. It was like we got Dan Hartong, Damien. These are guys you met at my wedding. D-Boy.
yes. Wow.
Mackenzie.
Yeah,
Taylor.
Shout out to all them dudes.
Shout out to all the Duquesne guys. Tro. Oh,
That's my
Tro.
guy.
That's my boy. But all these guys are beasts. I mean, these are all state, all region. D-Boy, all American. I mean, you asked me earlier who did I play with that was probably my number one team, who I thought was the best team I ever had. I gotta say D-Boy. I mean, this guy was just an athlete among like a man athlete.
Right,
among guys.
Right.
Against good players, this guy would always find a way. It was like he was like Dame time. You know what I mean? Like,
He knows he's
just
clutch.
give it to D-Boy.
He's clutch. He's clutch.
Give it to D-Boy and let him go to work.
He's
And
clutch. Let's get it.
Ohio State, he got the game winner. UMass, countless. He's All-American. He was number 1 draft pick out of college. So he was a beast. I mean, beast.
Just did it all.
Yeah, Dan Hartson was a beast.
What we were talking about a game. What game like stands out in your head of like a game that you were like you couldn't even be touched?
That would be and I think Chris Brown can vouch for this one too.
CB.
Shout out CB. George Washington, we played G-Dub a couple times a year, and my parents weren't at this game, and they came to every game. But my cousin Lisa was there. Shout out Lisa. And Chris was there, and I went off. Like the McKenzies called my parents. They're like, Jason just scored on a header. But they called back. They were like, Jason just had an assist. Jason just scored the game winner. And my parents were like, what the fuck? This is the game we didn't come to. I was like player of the week. I had like 7 points in one game, and I did this snake move on this one dude at the end and crossed another guy. It was one of them limb tanglers. It was probably my best game. I think that's probably my best game. Yeah.
That's what's up, man. That is definitely what's up.
That. And I was so hyped that Chris was there because he was like, I think you might be officially better than me.
I bet.
That was a long time coming because Chris is nasty. You know, he's a beast. It's smart as can be. But yeah,
that was the one that stood out for you.
It was hype for me to hear that.
That's what's up. That is what's up. Your parents, they're a big inspiration in your life.
Huge.
Let's go down the father lane.
Yes.
You know, your dad, great guy. I mean, he was a great guy. He always showed love this way.
So awesome.
Always showed my family love.
That's my hero.
I mean, so talk a little bit about him.
Oh man, he's a young dad. You know, it was so cool growing up with a younger dad, and that's the one thing, you know, having kids later. That's the only thing that I'm like, damn, I wish I would have had Liv and my next baby a little bit younger, because he was wrestling with us.
Congratulations on that also.
Thank
congratulations.
You, I appreciate that. But he was like, I mean, this guy was in the mix. You know how it was.
Right.
I mean, he would body slam me on the court.
Yep.
You know, he was setting up boxing matches.
Until the one match, it was lights out. Nah, we're done with that.
There was multiple lights out events, and then that ended quick. But he was always like, he was there, you know, and my mom was there too.
Yeah.
But when it came to like the sports side of things, you know, I mean, he was the man.
Now, looking at yourself, like as you're as a son, what would you say to the younger version of Jason now?
I would say the same thing that my dad said to me, and that is, you can be anything you want to be in this world. You know, you just have to put your mind to it and grind, and that always pushed me. I was always driven because of my dad. Like he instilled in me that idea that, like, man, you can do whatever you want. Be nice, be nice. Treat people how you want to be treated, but do your thing. You know what I mean? And that's what I would tell Liv and the future baby. You know what I mean?
All right, like, and shout out to your wife, Sheena.
Yeah,
out there, you know. Shout out to Sheena.
Man, don't steal my thunder.
Oh, my bad, dog. My bad. I did.
Yeah. I had that covered. Shout out, wifey. Shout out, Sheena. She holds down the fort. She kills it.
Definitely.
I can't appreciate and love her anymore. She's amazing. So yeah, shout out to her.
I mean, you got any more shout outs until we're about done with this? So go ahead, go get them.
Let me shout out the Duquesne crew: D-Boy, Mailer, Mackenzie, Tro, Ollie, Kalina. Who else am I missing here? Crow T. What up, Crow T? The whole gang, Gingrich. Who's a maniac. And then shout out the Bird crew, of course. You know,
Bird Gang, you already know who you are. Bird Gang.
I don't think we gotta say that again, but yeah. And shout out John T, man. Hit me back. You know, I've been trying to hit you.
And no doubt, man. You know what it is.
I love you, and you're my brother. So let's squash. You know, I gave you a 16. That's it.
I mean, there it is, man. Like, there it is. I mean, nothing else being said. I mean, that's an apology. I mean, go from there.
I do apologize. It was a little too much.
Yeah, so there it is. Like,
that'll be on the behind the scenes clip.
Yeah, we can go with that. Don't worry about that.
Behind the scenes, we can leave it out there.
I mean, it is what it is, man. When it comes down to it, it's nothing but love, man. Yeah, like everybody makes mistakes. It does happen. You know what I mean? If it doesn't go too far and a man sits back and he does apologize.
Phil got
I mean, we were actually good with the apology, and he just, oh, my bad, dog. Yo, here's a quick shout out on some real. Yo, shout out to you, Phil, man. Happy 4-0, baby. You already know what it is.
40th, my man.
You already know who it is, guy. Yeah. Like, this is what it is, man. Like, for real.
For 37 years, my boy. Yeah.
That's my guy.
You're old as hell, but I'm happy.
Don't worry about it, buddy. I'm right around the corner, my friend. I'm right around the corner. Yeah. But yeah, I want to thank you for tuning in. I also want to thank my man.
Thanks for having me, bro.
Jason, Puppet Sourbeer. I told y'all we were going to have a good one. I told you we were going to have a good one.
It's been fun, man. I'm looking forward to the next one.
Yeah, well, next time on the Skybox, we're just going to have the conclusion. It will be the season finale, unfortunately, you know. But, you know, we've had ups and downs and we had goods and bads. But I'm going to tell you right now, it was great growing with everybody in season 1. And don't you worry, there's a season 2, 3, and there's even 4 coming. And I have a lot more coming to you. But again, we're going on that note, if you have any thoughts, questions, or concerns, hit me up at the number one, skybox at gmail.com. If you're on your favorite podcast or YouTube, all you have to do is search the Skybox. If you're on Facebook, all you have to do is search Michael C. Micheal Curtis. And if you're on YouTube, hit that like and subscribe button. It's only $3.99. And again, my name is Michael C. And this is the Skybox, the source of life over the mic. And again, also, be good to yourself, y'all. Go to YouTube, hit that like and subscribe button. It's only $3.99. $3.99? Are we only on YouTube?